If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Well, hello you gorgeous mother truckers, and welcome to another video. So, the Middle East is heating up once again, and our leaders are doing what they do best. Screaming, we need to de-escalate, whilst moving typhoon jets to Cyprus. Nothing says de-escalation than moving your forces closer to the conflict zone. Now, there is huge debate over whether Iran has the ability to make nuclear weapons or not. Some say they can, some say they can't. The simple truth of the matter is, this is the Middle East being the Middle East. And the Middle East is even more unstable now than it was 20 years ago because the West destabilised the region. Not going to be a popular point of view, that is, but it's true. You see, we got rid of Colonel Gaddafi in Libya because he's a Shabab man. We helped facilitate the elimination of him. He went, and within 6 months, Libya was full of ISIS and is now a hub of terrorism. We spent 2 wars, technically, to get rid of Saddam Hussein. And since Saddam Hussein's gone, Iraq's been a nightmare. You see, sometimes you have the old saying proven true, which is better the devil you know. Both those two leaders, although they were despots and evil people, also meant that their countries stayed strict and you didn't get the issues that you're getting now. So, do we want to stick our noses in yet another Middle Eastern conflict? Well, one reason would be, well, yes, because we must support our American allies who are itching for a fight from a president who said he didn't want to. He wanted to be the president of peace. And that's not me knocking Trump in any way. I still think Trump's a good leader, but sometimes you have to remember what you say because it will come to bite you in the arse. Personally, do you think we should get involved? Well, no. We shouldn't get involved. We get all people involved in the old Gaza, Palestine shit, and it's got nothing to do with us. And if you live here and you think it's terrible and it's this, that, and the other, then go and help them or sit down and shut up. Because it's like I saw loads of protests in both Britain and in America about Iran, and Iran will never surrender, by people who either have never been to Iran in their entire lives or thought Iran was such a cracking place they upped and moved. Hypocrisy, you see, hypocrisy. It's always safe to say, fight on, when you're nowhere near it and you're completely and utterly safe. The other reason why I don't think the British should get involved is with what? Yeah, we've sent some Typhoon jets over, which apparently to practice to just protect the base in Cyprus. Been there, nice base. But in reality, they keep hinting at supporting the Americans. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, the Americans would probably laugh any case as we send our 14 Typhoon jets, which is pretty much nearly half of the operational capability of the RAF right now, fighter strength wise. And knowing the Typhoon's maintenance record, out of those 14, you may be lucky if you manage to get 10 of them flying, maybe 8, and the rest will be down for maintenance because they have problems. It's why the Typhoon never took off anywhere really in exports or anything, because it's an unreliable jet. But I digress. And then, just to give you an idea of how good things are, I'm going to play you a clip now. And this is the free plasticine idiots who've got nothing else better to do than pontificate about a place that most of them only know where they are. It is on a map, and it's just the new thing to be upset about. They haven't got any lives. But what you got now is you'll have a clip of some people going in and spray painting and damaging Voyager drones. Okay, you say that's not so bad, except this is RAF Brize Norton. a allegedly secure RAF base where two people, I think it's even more than that, managed to get on the airbase and damage two aircraft and leave. Imagine if it wasn't spray paint. And you see, let's play the clip and we could talk about that after.
فلسطين بنحبها طول وعرض وانا جاي كيف انسرقوا بيوتنا كيف انطردوا جدودنا ومهما كبرنا ما نسينا كيف الكتف الدكة كيف انسرقوا بيوتنا كيف انكسروا قلوبنا.
Now, imagine if that hadn't been spray paint. Imagine if that had been something that goes tick, tick, boom. Imagine that if they can do that at Brize Norton, by the looks of it, without even getting found out or discovered. Imagine what somebody who's really organised could do. So, you know, all those jets that are at Brize Norton, what happens if they all suddenly go tick, tick, boom? You see, we're this big hard thing. We're not the armed forces we used to be. People are already saying that at least 2/3 of members of the armed forces are actively looking at getting out because they don't want to do it anymore. And I can't blame them. Why would you want to stay? I mean, the recent review said we're going to give more money to the armed forces to retain current staff. Not recruit, retain. Because they know they're going to lose them. People are just walking away. Why would you want to fight? Why would you want to defend this shithole when you've got idiotic leaders who pontificate about getting involved in something that's got absolutely nothing to do with them, so it makes them look big and hard? Yet I've just driven to my local Morrison's, and how many potholes? See, it's just, we can't fix potholes. We can't do anything right in this country. It's falling apart, and now they want to march us into war. With what? Zero support from the public at home. Why would anyone want to support that? It's got nothing to do with us. And also the fact that he's, by doing things like that, that's how you paint targets on your back. And we're in no fit state to defend ourselves. Now, some people say, oh, yeah, but Iran can't reach us. Well, it takes one immigrant on a dinghy who gets here, or is here, and then his mates managed to get him a little suitcase or a backpack. And you could add the rest to that image straight away. And what happens if they maybe haven't got the ability to make a nuclear weapon, but they might have enough to make some dirty bombs. Look up dirty bombs, then you'll understand. And then they could be anywhere and everywhere. And all because you have to get involved in something that's got nothing to do with you. You see, at the moment, this country's in dire crisis, and I think that the government's sole intention and focus should be fixing where we live first, sorting out our problems. I mean, I know, admittedly, they're just making our problems 20 times worse, and we're all getting poorer for it. But surely we should fix here before we start worrying about what other people are doing. Because the last thing we need is even more aggro from people that really couldn't give a shit about us, but now we've pissed them off. It's just an idea. It really is. So, 2 videos coming up with it at the end of this one. One will be the last one I uploaded. The other one with the gods of YouTube have picked with their mighty algorithm that really doesn't like this channel. But it is what it is. And it's called The Chosen One. If you like what I'm doing and you agree with what I'm saying, just hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I'm struggling to speak this morning. It's early in the morning. I haven't had enough coffee. Don't forget to like, share. Probably the best way to get this video out is to share, because the YouTube algorithm is not going to push this video either. Perhaps I should do more videos about things that blow smoke up YouTube's arse and reinforce government ideas. And yeah, I'll probably get loads of views then. I'd also sell my soul, and I just can't do that. Ways to support the channel down below. Comment section you can try, and again, YouTube will probably delete most of them because it's YouTube. And with that, I'm done. So I'm off to get some rather nice strawberries. I don't know whether you've noticed, because of the weather in the UK, strawberries are really nice this year. Very tasty and juicy. A very small slither. I mean, admittedly, they keep going up in price. I'm going to have to take out a mortgage on my house, which I don't own in any case. I'm going to have to sell my soul, I guess, to be able to buy strawberries. Enjoy them while you can afford them. Any case, enough of that. I'm done. So, until the next one.
Spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun.